Hello friends, it's Wednesday again. I'm off and we are walking around. Actually did one of my favorite things ever. Parked my big truck in downtown Florence. It's back that way. So today we're going to kind of do a walking tour through downtown. We're going to go grab some lunch and maybe a little treat. But right now we are headed up to 306 Barbecue, one of the newer places here in downtown. In the barbecue place. 306. Got a big menu. Don't know what to order. I have to take a look. Oh boy. Oh boy. This looks good. I got the pork sandwich, some mac and cheese and baked beans. I also got a Singing River Handy's Gold, which Singing River is actually a local brewery here in Florence. And then Amy got a loaded baked potato with pork. Looks pretty good. I think it is safe to say that it was pretty good. I got a Cheerio in there from Grayson. Handy's Gold, pretty good, pretty good. But that pork sandwich, man, that was good. That was good. They're not afraid to leave the burnt ends in there, and it gives that nice smoke flavor to it. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. Highly recommend this if you're headed to downtown Florence for lunch or anything like that. So what do you do after you just ate a big old plate of barbecue? You go to Trowbridges and get you some ice cream. Yay, ice cream. I got cherry vanilla and Amy got strawberry cheesecake. So we're gonna see if we can walk and eat these. Downtown Florence, like many other downtowns around the nation, has seen things come and go. Right now we're in kind of a rejuvenation, so to speak. But Trowbridges is one of those places that's been here for a while. Been here since 1918. Good stuff. They do have good sandwiches and they do hot dogs and stuff for lunch. But they do really, really good ice cream and shakes. If you like Mexican food, we have a good, it's more Tex-Mex style. They have good margaritas and good Tex-Mex food. Rosie's, it's pretty good stuff. If you don't know much about Florence, Florence is a college town. If you follow Court Street, which is this what downtown is on, if you follow Court Street north, it dead ends right at the University of North Alabama, which is sort of a smaller school. It was actually founded in 1831. It's another shot at Rosie's. One thing you will notice here is that there's a lot of boutique stores and things of that nature in downtown Florence. One of the big things they're trying to do now, that you can see that guy up top, is they're turning the lofts into actual residences. Most of these were empty for years and years and years, but now they're actually starting to go through and make them livable again. One thing about downtown Florence, sometimes it is hard to park here, that's for sure. They do have a parking deck out that way, kind of behind where Jimmy John's is, which we'll see in a little while. And so they do an event called First Fridays. Every first Friday of the month, weather permitting, they basically block off the main street here, Court Street, and basically like a block party. We have lots of local artists, lots of local musicians that come in through. Really just a good time, good place to bring your family. Of course, we do have the Shoals Theater up Mobile Street here, where they do a lot of independent theater, and we do have some bigger names come through it. Passing Mobile Street, you come on probably some of the fancier shops and eateries that we have here. Odette is quickly becoming one of the more well-known restaurants in North Alabama. Excellent food. They have an excellent bar. If you like bourbon, they have a good bourbon selection. I think at one point in time you could still get Pappy's there. And then they do have a Billy Reed store here, which This is a story you would find in like New York City. You would never expect it to find in a place like Florence, Alabama. One of our favorite places to come is actually Pie Factory down here. It's right next to On the Rocks, another one of the more popular places with the college crowd. But Pie Factory does more, I guess you could call it New York style pizza. It's thin crust. They do a lot of cool toppings, that kind of things. A lot of the pizza names are named after the musicians from the area. The Aretha Franklin, which is like a barbecue chicken one. Things of that nature. We're actually going to hang the corner here and go walk up the other side of the street. Like I said, there's a parking deck. You see the sign for it right back there behind Jimmy John's. But if you come to First Fridays, you're probably going to park there because they have this all blocked off, and parking around on the backside, it gets a little hectic. It does become very hard to find a parking spot on First Fridays. So get here early or park in the parking deck. That's my advice on that. Of course, we have City Hardware and Riccatoni's. Riccatoni's has been here for a long time. It's actually one of the places that I would probably give credit for helping rejuvenate downtown. So I believe the same people that own Riccatoni's own City Hardware. They're both very, very good places to eat. Now, Riccatoni's is an Italian place, and City Hardware is what you could call, I guess, what, upscale Southern. A lot of focus on a Southern style menu, but it has a lot of flair to it. Somewhere we haven't actually been yet is Yum Sushi Bar.
We watched someone there, and then a couple years ago.
It's actually in the old Rogers building. It's kind of sad to see Rogers go out of business because this building had been here. Once again, it was one of the oldest buildings downtown, but it did eventually go out of business and made a lot of people sad to see it go. Because, I mean, when I was a kid, Rogers was one of the places we got all of our school clothes and things of that nature. But now, yeah, my grandma would come here and keep me all day. She liked Rogers. Now, Alabama Outdoors has its home here, as well as Yum. I'm gonna head back to the truck. I just thought I'd give you a shot from the other side of the street. Back that way was Mobile Street, Odette, Billy Reed, Pie Factory on the Rocks, of course the old Rogers building. Then farther back you have Riccatoni's and City Hardware. And of course this way you've got Rosie's, Trowbridges, and 306 Barbecue, and then the Flobama up there as well. And then if you go straight, well, like I said earlier, if you go straight on Court Street, right down that way, you will end up at the University of North Alabama. What would a trip to downtown Florence be without a visit to the University of North Alabama? Check this out. How's that for pretty? The fountain, Bibb Grapes Hall in the background. It's the president's house. It's where the president of the university lives. Oh, by the way, visitor parking. When I told you that you come down Court Street and you dead end right there, and you just kind of merge in, and there's a roundabout right here, and visitor parking is right there. Does look like rain, so we may not be here long, but we did want to go show you something really cool that's here. Most of you from North Alabama already know this, but those of you that do not, University of North Alabama has live lion mascots. And not just one, they have two. They have two lions that live on campus. How cool is that? And the George H. Carroll Lion Habitat. Oh, there he is. There we go. It's a pretty cool habitat. They take a lot of care and a lot of pride into these animals. We actually have one of the keepers out here. Here's Leo. And we've had multiple Leos throughout the years. I believe he's the third, maybe. And then his, I guess you could call it mate, is Una over that way. One of the cool things about this is that I really like the quiet areas. They have a bench and then a glass where you can observe the lines. And one of the things I actually did when I went to school here is, instead of going to one of the noisier places like the GUC or the Student Union building, I would actually come over here and sit and study. And sometimes we would actually get interactions with the local wildlife. Like I said, they have a pretty impressive habitat here. I mean, it's not the biggest thing in the world, but they take a lot of care of it. They have waterfalls that lead behind their enclosure where they have the cages for them to go at night. The streams that run along into the artificial pond or a lake there. They always have interactive stuff for them to play with, but most of the time they're just chilling out. Every once in a while you can get lucky and one of the two, maybe feisty, may want to play or do something like that, but most of the time they're doing what most big cats do and just lounging around, taking it easy. One thing that if you lived on campus, when they would get up in the mornings, you could hear them at times. You could hear them bellow and roar, sometimes all the way across campus, which the first time I heard it, it scared the pants off of me. I was like, what in the world was that? But well, you got used to it after a while. Still, it was interesting being able to hear a lion roar on campus. That was really cool. Storm cloud looks like it's rolling in, so we may not give you a full tour of the campus. We just at least wanted to let you be able to see the lions and see their habitat. School here hasn't started yet, so it's early in August. I believe they go back at the middle of the month, so it's not a very busy day here, but a lot of people do like to come out and check out the lions. It is quite picturesque. Well, one thing I've always been amazed by is how well they keep the lion habitat. Of all the years that I've spent here, I've never came in and just said, man, it smells weird out here. This is something new. We've actually added lights throughout. I mean, at night, if you ever had night classes, this place is pretty dark. It's kind of, yeah, it was kind of scary. So there's a lot of, it's an old campus, very old campus. There's actually a lot of ghost stories associated with bib graves, as well as Wesleyan, which is on the other side of campus back that way. I think we're gonna head back to the vehicle. Those storm clouds look pretty threatening. Yeah, look at that. How dark it's getting. And none of us have rain gear. So we're gonna head that way. Oh, fun fact. UNA doesn't have campus security. They actually have their own police force here. So, yeah, keep that in mind if you want to come to UNA and cause a ruckus. If you've never been here before, as long as you catch visitor parking, they do have a map of campus that gives you the lay of the land. So you can see where you're going. Visitor parking. Of course, we're at the fountain here and the little stars. You are here. And it gives you kind of the lay of the campus. Check out those clouds. Check out that shot. Look at that. Oh no, lady. I'll wait for her to get behind the fountain. I'm gonna take a picture. Almost. Almost. Oh. There she goes.
Hey guys, it's Alex from the future today with a haircut too. Check that out. Realized that I forgot to do a outro, so my bad. Here we are. I did want to say that we didn't really go too in depth about all the offerings, restaurants, stores, unique things that the rest of downtown Florence has to offer, especially just off of Court Street and off the UNA campus. So definitely go check out the tourism websites. The Lauderdale County has probably, I think Florence has a downtown tourism website as well. Lots of stuff to see, lots of places to eat. I know the Handy Home is there. There's lots of festivals that come out throughout the year. The WC Handy Festival actually just ended, and it's a week-long celebration of WC Handy through music. Lots of local artists as well as some pretty big names come through the area and perform at a lot of the restaurants and bars and that sort of stuff. We do have a Renaissance Festival that comes through. Pretty big event. It draws a lot of people in here for a weekend-long event. It's family friendly, lots of stuff for the kids, lots of stuff for the kids at heart, the adults. I really enjoy it because you get to see a lot of cool stuff you don't see and get a good turkey leg every once in a while. You know, I'm a Disney guy, so I really like those turkey legs there. They come close. They're not exactly the same, but they come close. Other than that, I had fun this time. I really enjoyed the food. Just got done booking my 60-day out fast passes for our next trip to Disney World. Me and Alicia are actually going to be there at the same time for a couple of days, so going to mark those on the calendar. We're going to get to do some Disney vlogging. This is going to be fun. Hadn't got to do that. You know, if you have any ideas of stuff you want me to go check out around North Alabama, you know, I'm not just limited to Franklin, Colbert, Lauderdale counties. I would like to try to get into the eastern side, maybe get Alicia Band on a couple of these. I'm really thinking about maybe one from Cathedral Caverns. But if you have any ideas for them, you know, give me a comment. Hit me up on the Twitter page at ExploreThe256. Really had fun. Hopefully we'll see you next week. I haven't got anything planned yet, but I'm sure we'll get something to do, somewhere to see. I gotta go get the car service, so we might get one of those Huntsville vlogs in, but we'll see. Anyway, catch you guys next week.